back to Top 5 Wednesday, exactly the same time, exactly the same place. For me, not for you. Disclaimers! Top 5 Wednesday was created by Ginger Reads Laney for BookTube, link in the doobly-doo. But I'm stealing it for gaming because I can. Also, all of the opinions expressed on this Top 5 Wednesday are mine, and not the opinions of the rest of Pariahcast unless otherwise stated. For today's subject, which is Top 5 Rebel Groups in video games, which was actually really kind of hard. You know, a lot of times I start these out with just a search, like just a Google search, to see what other people have been saying, get the creative juices flowing, get some ideas. But when you look up rebel groups in video games, you mostly just get stuff about rebel groups in real life. Syrian rebels are a thing. I had to mostly just use my memory, and it was really kind of hard to do, and some of the things on this list aren't perfect. But we're gonna go with it, because this is my list. Ha 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 ha. Coming in at number 5, we have Team Rocket. Now I know what you're thinking, but they're bad guys. But they're still like a rebel group that's trying to take over the world, so they still count. And who doesn't love Team Rocket? You know, in the game, you were always given this yes or no question that didn't matter. Do you want to join Team Rocket? I always answered yes because I fucking wanted to join Team Rocket. Their boss is a little bit shady, but who cares? You have access to Mewtwo, so. Coming in at number 4 is another sort of evil group, and that is Cerberus from the Mass Effect series. Although in Mass Effect 2, they're not quite so evil. But yeah, Cerberus, they fly under the radar, they're not controlled by the government, they do their own thing, and so to me that qualifies as a rebel group. They have humanity's interests first and foremost at heart. They rebel against not racism, and the elusive man is creepy. He's a creepy man, and I enjoy that. Number 3 is the Returners from Final Fantasy VI. I really don't know anything about them. This was one of the ones that I actually managed to find online, and I had to put it on my list because I was having a brain aneurysm. I couldn't think of any like rebel groups, and so the Returners wound up on my list, but apparently they are a rebel group, and they are on the side of good this time. The gist from the almighty internet is your classic rebel story. The good guys are all members of the Returners. They're fighting against the evil empire. They're a small yet plucky band fighting against evil. What more do you need, really? Nothing, that's what. Rebels. Brr. Our number 2 rebel group is your army from Ogre Battle 64. This one I actually remembered all on my own, and I didn't even need the internet to help me. I love Ogre Battle 64. It is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm so angry that they have not remade it or remastered it or something. Near the beginning of the game, you start out on the side of the Empire, and then you realize that they're evil and you switch sides, and so it's your army of rebels versus their army, and there's a holy war thing going on and monsters being summoned, and it's great. And they're rebels, and you're their leader. And number 1, of course, is going to be so obvious, and that would be the Rebel Alliance from any Star Wars game that involves the Rebel Alliance. Probably, if you think of rebels, you think of Star Wars and the Rebel Alliance. It's just too ingrained in our culture not to be at number 1. Is it my favorite group of rebels? Maybe, maybe not. Not necessarily in games. They're definitely up there as far as movies and whatnot go. But they are a great group of rebels. Good bunch of rebels, rebeling it up out there in space. Well, that's it for my top 5 rebel groups in games. Hope to see you again next time. What are some of your favorite rebel groups in games? Maybe you could actually help me remember some. Leave a comment below, let me know, and I will mention your comment in upcoming Top 5 Wednesday. Cool? Cool. See you later, guys.